Hello, it's Darnie here. You might remember me from previous episodes, such as the earring smelter, or why do I have 200 SP resets? Hope everyone's doing well today. We are back in Chronostory, and we're going to be mostly farming for Dex Crystals today. Just because we want to balance out our Dex and Power Crystals and make some more Chaos Crystals, so yeah, I'm sitting on a good amount of Power Crystals. I think I've been over farming Power Crystals today, so I don't think I'm going to get enough Dex Crystals to compensate for this, but we're going to go for it anyway. Dex roll. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, I took your map and you didn't go boss. It's okay, no one was available to boss, and we found another map anyway, Africa, so not to worry. Anything for a homie. And I've been getting a little bit of that streamer privilege, because someone gave me the shark map earlier today. So I'll put my crystals like here, and you can see my crystals as I'm farming. But yeah, I got some streamer privilege earlier where the shark maps were really full, and someone gave me that map anyway. So I gotta appreciate that. What is the highest monster to farm here or level up? You got streamer privilege just now by me? True, actually. I would not have given that treatment to just anyone. So you better acknowledge your privilege. Just gonna post in Discord and get set up. Alrighty. Alright, we're good to go. So yeah, I mean, I might mix it up at some point if I find that shark grinding is a little too boring. Like, this is what Misusing Matt does the whole time on his stream because it's the best spot for the bowman. I'm only here because it's the best Dex Crystal rate, and I'm farming Dex Crystals on stream, but I'd rather not be here, to be honest. I might mix it up at Corridor 104 if it gets a little boring, because I can at least, you know, bunny hop and still get Dex Crystals. But yeah, I mean, my inventory is well set to do a good amount of scrolling today. You're here because you're farming 30s? Gun 30s? Those are the only 30s that drop here, right? I keep forgetting what your characters are, but yes, I have a pile. 1 in 500 instead of 1 in 1,000? What scrolls are you farming here? Oh, and they sell for 100. I never considered the scrolls sell back rate. Yeah, the guns. Oh, okay. They actually sell for 100. That's pretty good. I've got so many of them. Let me check how many I have that maybe I should consider selling some of mine. I have 371 30%. Could you imagine if we had these 30% for the other types of weapons? Like if I had this for the wands, oh my fucking god. So yeah, I've clearly been here a long time and have not really redeemed anything for a long time. But if only they did this for the other classes, oh my god, would it be so good. Like, the amount of scroll vouchers I've spent on wands, if the wand to 30% dropped anywhere, I would be so much richer. Alright, I'll do a cheeky smegger. Cozy, boring shark grind. That's about apt for what today's stream is going to be. But hey, I offered to boss, you know, no one's available to boss right now. Maybe we'll get a bossing party later. It can't always be a high octane, you know, intense stream. You're running low on scroll vouchers after today's scrolling, so you figure this is the best for experience of scrolls. It's definitely a good combination of everything. And also, the experience is great. The drops are good too, like the mob density is really good, so you're getting a good amount of miso at the same time. So it's one of those like really well-balanced spots where you can kind of get everything. I was at Corridor 104 earlier, and only because it's one of the spots that drops the mage overall, and mage overalls are so hard to find. And I've only got like one really good one to scroll today, unfortunately. I couldn't really find more than that. But my point was that, yeah, farming in 104 feels pretty bad because I'm getting low Dex Crystals, much less than I would get here. And the only drop I'm going for is the overalls, and I've only found one today, so like it's pretty brutal to be farming there. And this map is so popular, like there were a couple of updates today which reset all of the channels, and that just meant it was even more competitive to find a spot, so sharks have never been as busy as they are than they were today. And also, like, it's Tuesday night in America, or it was like 3 hours ago at least, and there was like 750 people online. Now we're down to like 530, which is good because we can start to do some bossing as the channels open up a little bit more. Is jellyfish farming worth it? It's definitely worth it in my opinion, especially when you're in that like anywhere between level 70 and 100, where you can't really farm all the higher level mobs at as much efficiency. Then jellyfish is really, really good because you're still able to get like maybe between like 25 and 30 chaos crystals per hour, which is insane because you're farming all crystals at once. It's only as you start to get much stronger in damage that you can kill the higher mobs at, you know, higher efficiency, and then you can get a lot more drops from there. But yeah, I really think jellyfish is great. If I was starting a new character on my main, if you're 130 plus, it's still decent. It's still decent. It depends on what crystal or you're bottlenecking on more than anything, but it's still good. You can't always go wrong with it, but I obviously like earning experience at the same time, so not being able to earn, you know, good experience at jellyfish kind of is a deterrent, which is why I recommend more so doing it at lower levels, like between 70 and 100. Like, it's okay if you don't, you know, grind between 70 and 100 as quickly as possible because it's really quick anyway to level, and you can kind of, you know, make good money and make good crystal ores to invest in your future gameplay. Like, when you're breaking into 107, you're making your first unwelcome one, you need a lot more chaos crystals to be able to roll, you know, especially if you have a secondary as well, like a shield. You definitely need a lot of chaos crystals to make a decent starting unwelcome weapon or wand. It's just so easy to deplete chaos crystals in this game. Like, I can farm all day today, which I kind of did, and I'm only stuck with like however many I finish with. Maybe I'll get to like 200 chaos crystals, but even still, like, it's really difficult. 200 is about the absolute max I can farm with like super high efficiency. Teja, what's up? I hit 330s and 460s. Oh my god, congratulations, that is huge. On around your 7th or 8th unwelcome weapon. That's even more insanely lucky. Congratulations to you, man. I'm happy for you. The 60s are really important as well, you know? Like, when you get 330s in a row, you're like, fantastic, but then if you only hit like 2 out of 4 60s, you feel pretty bad about it and you might want to upgrade later. For empty farming, which is the map is better, the hidden street map is a lot better. The other one is far too spacious and really hard to get around, so yeah, the hidden street map is really good. But it's really only a good spot, and maybe I can demonstrate farming it a little later. I don't really need the power crystals right now, I've farmed enough. But it's only good for the classes with like Rush or Teleport, or maybe a Brawler is okay, but you need some sort of mobility to get all across the map. If you're a Bowmaster or a Chief Bandit, I think it's not really a good spot. You need to hit 530s to be an upgrade now, and that's really rough, but at least you know what your target is. Like, you don't need to go for 430s and 360s. You need to aim higher than that, so yeah, 5 is definitely what you want to aim for. Any tips on where to farm Garnet? I don't recall ever needing Garnet. This one, I don't think I've ever intentionally farmed it. What does it use to craft for? I don't even know. Kelsey, how's it going? You saw my message in chat. You're a 74 fire poison. This is like prime time for you. You're gonna start to be able to poison down mobs, and you're really gonna feel some accelerated rates coming your way. Oh, I did not know you need the Garnet to scroll daggers, because I don't play Chief Bandit, so unfortunately I don't have any advice because I don't have any experience with with needing to farm Garnet ores. I mean, I just have what I have based on, you know, whatever I farmed in the past. Let's roll our dice here. 6, no, 2, no. We didn't roll shit. That's okay. But yeah, the fire poison, you know, prime time levels is like level 70 is really, really good. Alright, sorry, I gotta put the timer on around here. Not 15 minutes. How many do I think I'm gonna go for? I'll probably go for a good 45 minutes today. So whether or not I do that all at Sharks or I go somewhere else or I start bossing at some point, I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll go for about this long before we start scrolling. Is Outlaw good for MT? I don't think so. I don't think it's good for MT. It'd be pretty hard to burn the entire map. Maybe it's okay. I've honestly never tried it because I have my mage and it's always been better. Maybe it's okay. I could visualize it now. I don't know if MT09 is fire resistant or not. Maybe it is. But I could just see it. You could get around the map pretty easily with wings and recoil shot. Maybe it's okay. You're loving it so far. First time ever in all the years of playing this game. You might main in Classic. It looks pretty good in Classic. Obviously Classic is going to be an extremely different game. But in Chronostory, it's the quickest, you know. It's probably the quickest character at a level 120, and possibly even beyond that. It just has really good tempo with Poison Breath farming. PFT Jam, how's it going? You've been unlucky on getting 230s on your Unwelcome, level 124. Should you be aim to farm crystal ores to keep attempting 30s on your weapon, or go for levels? I think you want to find a combination of both. You know, there's always a happy medium where you can farm for crystal ores at the same time while also considering how much experience you get there. So for instance, you know, we're getting dex crystals at Sharks and we're getting a really good rate here. If I actually reset my tracker, it's going to be like 62 million, which I'm going to do now. You want to consider both, especially at level 124. You do want to continue to push levels and continue to be strong. You don't need to sacrifice one to have the other. And I can definitely recommend spots based on your class for each of the crystal ores. DK! Oh, I'm so sorry, my condolences. Alright, well, we got a bit of a problem on that one. I don't know. Okay, then I'll probably follow up by asking what crystals do you specifically need, but like generally speaking, I'd want to find a compromise between the two. So you could maybe do Sharks or Chief Greys for the Dex Crystal ores, and then you kind of have to force yourself to farm in 304 for Dark Crystals and Wisdom Crystals, just because there's very few good spots for Dark Crystal ores. You'll take a recommendation on where to farm crystal ores on CB. Yeah, I guess it depends. I'm not a CB expert, so I am mostly relying on my knowledge of what maps are the best generally, and then you gotta figure out whether or not it's a good place to farm for CB. But CB can obviously farm decently in Corridor 304, right? I mean, you've got, you know, you just jump along the middle platform, you've got Miso Explosion, you're spamming Band of Thieves. So that's pretty good, and I'm probably gonna tick off, you know, Dark Crystal, Wisdom Crystal, because that map is really good for it. You'll say squids were pretty good for Dark Crystals. Yeah, you don't have many options for Dark Crystals. It's literally only squids or Corridor 304, and you're not getting a great rate of them at Corridor 304. However, you're getting pretty much your best rates, whereas at squids, maybe not. You've been farming the 4 caves in Aquarium, and those are solid. You can't go wrong with those 4 caves. Like, not everyone can farm at MT09 for the power crystals like I am, so for everyone else, probably Bonefish, you know, as you are doing currently, is really good for the power crystals. Elite Kentosaurus, also an option, possibly, but yeah, power crystals, those two spots are pretty similar. Only aura I'll go out of my way for is Lucky Crystal, where I go to Master Chronos. Oh, that is rough. You surely should be at Gobbies for the Lucky Crystals, especially with how good the Gobbies map is. I used to go there all the time before they nerfed it, and I'll eventually need to go back at one point because, you know, I'm starting to deplete my Lucky Crystals. Okay, 4,600 is still a lot, I understand, but compared to my other ones, I've got more Dex, I've got more Dark and Wisdom ores. But yeah, 100% you should be at Gobbies. You will never need to go to Master Chronos. Yeah, do that. The thing is, most of the time the best experience spots are not the best crystal farming spots. So like Apex Cornians, for instance, is really poor. Corridor 104, Corridor 304, they're not great for the ores either, because your kill rate in those maps is lower because the mobs are higher. So I could be getting as little as like 130 Dex Crystal ores, and maybe like 100 lucky crystal, lucky crystal ores in corridor 104. It's pretty bad, to be honest, but what are you gonna do? We obviously want to still get experience at the same time as we farm ores, so I'm not going to drop everything and go to Jellyfish, and that's all the more reason why, like, going all the way back to the start of the conversation, I'm recommending to go to Jellyfish, like, during that level 60 to level 100 range, where the experience is still, like, you know, valuable, but when you start to be, like, level 130, 140, 4 mil an hour is not really going to cut it. You're not going to feel that do anything for your experience bar. Oh, 199 Hermit. Oh. They already have this guy's soloing, to be honest. But it's okay, I don't really think I'm going to be able to get a party going or anything. Is there Dragon Kanji coming out? We know it's eventually going to come into the game, but we just have no idea how long it's going to take. So it's kind of awkward for you Chief Bandits not knowing, like, how deep you want to invest. Oh, I didn't restart my tracker, oops. But yeah, it's kind of awkward for you Chief Bandits not knowing, like, how deeply you want to invest in your Kanjas. What would you recommend to train on at level 75? So I know that cheap rays are going to be amazing. However, I'm not sure you meet the accuracy requirements. I still think you can. All you need to do is basically poison a cheap ray once, and then, like, even if you miss the cheap rays some of the time, if you can hit them like 50% of the time, I think it's enough. But they're level 100, so I'm not sure what your accuracy requirements are. But cheap rays is a really good map for the fire poisons. I'd probably be there until at least like 110. Hopefully Dragon Canyon gives us a decent lucky ore map. Yeah, there are some ores that are much easier to farm than others. Come to think of it now, I don't know, like, it's tough. There's always going to be a crystal ore that's like, oh, this ore is much more difficult to farm because it's not the best map is not here. And to me, that ore has been the power crystal ore, but thankfully we have MT09, which is really, really good. So that's not a problem anymore. So what is the hardest ore to farm? I don't know. Like, honestly, it's all pretty comparable. I think they're all pretty comparable at this point, but whenever we got a new map, it basically changed what the best spot to farm for a specific ore was, and yeah, it created a lot of, like, bottlenecks on one specific ore. Which map would be good once FMA is out for all? Yeah, it's interesting striking Fury. I think with the current maps we have, it's not going to change too much in terms of what the best map is and where the best map to spam FMA is going to be. I think we know for sure that, like, Dragon Canyon is coming soon. It's the next thing that's going to immediately be worked on. However, it's not going to come out with the release of 4th job. Balte, I believe he's going to be working on it simultaneously, so there should not be, like, that long of a delay between when we get 4th job and when we get the actual Dragon Canyon. You know, anywhere between 1, 3, 4 weeks, who knows, but, like, you know, within a month is very, very feasible. And only then will your question actually matter, because we're going to be stuck with the maps we currently have for now. And for FMAs, I still think that Corridor 304 will be the best spot, just because of the layout of that map and, you know, all of the monsters being able to fit on, like, one screen size. When is 4th job coming out, Sat1? We are expecting to get the test server, hopefully, you know, within the next week or so. When it comes out after that is anyone's guess. I don't really want to speculate. I don't really get in the business of speculating, but if I were to wager, I would say it would come within the month. I think that's about all the time we need to have our test server experience, give a bunch of feedback to Balte, have Balte make various adjustments. I don't think, like, so long as the adjustments are not, you know, skill breaking, where, like, he entirely reworks a skill, then they shouldn't be too time consuming. But at the same time, I think he's also said that, like, he's bringing a couple classes back into the oven, so to speak, to, like, re-cook them within May. yeah, Kappa indeed. No, not within May, but within June, I would put decent money on it being within June. Decent, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We've all seen, you know, the suspense and speculation about Classic World dates, and look where that's gotten everyone that has been speculating about that. So, yeah, I like to keep it pretty realistic. Money on it? I want you to drop 5 alien earrings on it. How would I even facilitate that wager? When I lose that wager, am I the one that's gonna need to shill out all my miso for 5 alien earrings? Like, is that how the bet's gonna work? But I mean, what are you gonna do if I don't? Michael, long time, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Don't know how the fuck you ran into me streaming Maple Story, but you did, and I'm here. You gotta deliver something to me, Africa, if that bet falls through. 1 sub? I gotta spend 5 bill for your 1 sub. That's fucking insane. Oh yeah, true. You actually did have me followed. On YouTube, oh my god, you sly dog. That's what I'm saying. He's not offering anything in response to this bet. He's offering nothing. But do you honestly think it's not going to be within June? Like, that would only be that would have to be your reason to wager. Where did you level your Outlaw? Nam, there's only one good spot. It's corridor 3 or 4. There's no going back, you know. The exact rotation is like you go all the way from left to right on the top platform, and then you drop down on the right hand side and you go left to right again on the bottom platform, and then you climb the ladder and then start it all again. So that's kind of how it works. Am I 18 plus? Yeah, barely. Yes. Nah, I'm not an IT anymore, man. I have diversified. 32, ouch. Painfully correct, I think, I don't remember my age some days. Why farm Dex crystals? Well, we're just farming whatever we need, David, to like balance out all of our crystal counts. So, of all of my crystals, Dark Wisdom, Lucky, Power, and Dex, I'm lowest on Dex right now. So that's the only reason we need to farm it. Oh, you said your age. Oh, you hit me. Oh, yeah. Oh, your age. Yeah. That's what I was referring to as well. Don't you fly only across the middle platform? No, you should definitely go between both. You should definitely go top and bottom. If you're only getting 2/3 of the map if you go top. So, yeah, you definitely want to go top to bottom. But pretty tough to describe just by using hand signals. But yeah, I definitely recommend climbing the ladder and dropping down. You're in the cockpit right now. Okay, I see what you're referring to. I got some. It took me a while to process. Where the fuck is this comment coming from? But I've got a few pairs of glasses now. I recently got like another 2 pairs, and my prescription, my eyesight hasn't gotten any worse. So I can kind of like rotate between like 4 different pairs of glasses right now. So the ones I wore in my last stream were like my new sporting pair, and then this is one that I got with a little bit of tint in it, which I really like. But I understand at the same time, it kind of makes me like. The default impression is one of like, oh, this guy's a little douchey, maybe, I don't know, but I've always been like a little, you know, every time there's like excessive light, I'm always like, turn the light down or something. So I really wanted tinted glasses this time, and this is like the most tint I could get away with without it actually basically being sunglasses. And yeah, I kind of like it. It doesn't really go well at night, you know, as the sun comes down, I'll probably put it away, but yeah, you got me. You made me explain in such detail the reason why with your little cockpit comments, so great job, Arroweyes. Isn't jellyfish better for farming ores? For net farming, so like overall, if you need every ore, then yes. I currently am balancing my ores because I have so much more of one than another that I don't need to do jellyfish right now at Strenor, but like, of course, if you're just considering net crystal ores, you know, best way to make chaos crystals, yes, jellyfish are the best for that. Yeah, no idea the cap was over 200. Yeah, we didn't know either until someone reached the cap and then went past it, and that's how we knew. Alright, I'm gonna sneak a rebuff in here. Oh my god. One sec, sorry. I had the wrong bindings on my mules, and I was wondering why I wasn't getting one of the dice. Here we go, I'm getting dice now. Do I want a 4? I mean, if it's not a 4, I'm greeting for a 5, but I'll just take a 4. A 4's fine. How many dex crystals per hour at Sharks? I actually don't remember, but there's a really good way to solve this, and I'm gonna bring it up for you just because I want to show you how easily it is to solve that question. So if I bring up Chronodex, which I should have popping up any moment, and then I just type in Shark, No, sorry, I don't do that. I come down here, I click, what the fuck do I click again? Experience income calculator, and then I type in shark, and then I know my rate here is 60 mil per hour, so I type in 1 hour, and then experience per hour 60, and then I can see everything. So this is really, really good, and I can see, I'm looking for Dex Crystal Ores. Is that somewhere here? Like, it's gotta be somewhere here. Ore drops. Dex Crystal Ore. 0.03? But how many do I get total? I think it's this. It's 300, so there you go. That's how you can deduce it. And yeah, chronostorydex.com. Amazing resource. So yeah, you can figure out questions like that really easily. 300 is the answer if you're basically full clearing up, which I am. So it's slightly more than that if I'm actually full clearing up, but with you guys distracting me while I'm streaming, I'm not getting 300 per hour. How's Chrono doing in terms of active players lately? Errorlize, it's gone through the roof. It was peaking once again. Okay, I mean, through the roof is maybe a little excessive, but it has continued to slowly, you know, increase. It's been really good. Ugh, not that emote. Yeah, it's been really, really popular. I think people are getting really excited for 4th job, and understandably so. You know, we've been kind of persisting through a content drought, but despite that, it's, you know, it's still really intriguing to all the player base. It continues to grow, and I think, you know, we've got a few more streamers. That's fantastic. We've got, you know, Togain making videos. Dino Fries is coming back to play every now and then. Like, there's a lot more people, like, broadcasting the game, which is really cool. You saw a bit ago Misusing was playing. He's been playing every day for, like, 27 days. So, you know, I rate him whenever I can if there's no one else playing Chrono, but, that was scary. Don't worry, I'm never scared of dropping. Okay, my exact HP thresholds for the pet is 852. So I can drop as low as, you know, 853 minus the maximum damage they'll take, but yeah, that's not gonna kill me. Is 300 crystal ores slow or fast? I would say it's fast. I understand jellyfish is much better and you can get all of them at once. But if you're farming anything other than jellyfish and you're going and you want to know, like, compared to each other mobs, what is a good rate to get? 300 is a really good rate. Like, I'm obviously full clearing this map and it's a really dense map. You're not going to get many better crystal ore per hour rates than 300. So yes, keep that in mind. But you're gonna need the others later too, right? Why not just farm them all as well in this case? It's because I also want drops, I also want experience. So those are the main things. When you go only jellyfish and you're only farming for crystal ores, you're not getting anything else at the same time. So I obviously want to make some money as well. I can drop the bowman shoes and I'm still chasing for like 330s on my shoes. So there's a few things we can go for. That's why I keep talking about, you know, it's not just about the best spot to farm the crystal ores, it's also considering, you know, your experience and drops and overall what's the best spot. But yeah, if you only want crystal ores, in theory, absolutely, you know, jellyfish every day, every night. Where to hit cobbies? Do you hit at the top or do full map? So it depends on how much you can clear, Nam. If you can clear, basically you want to go from top to bottom in terms of how much you can clear, because the very top has the best layout with like the 6 houses on those 3 platforms there that are like really close to one another. So depending on how much you can clear, you want to go from top to bottom. If you have time to clear another few houses, you would go, you know, slightly below that. But you never want to start at like the bottom, for instance. I mean, we're doing pretty good, you know. We might expect to get like another 150 Dex Crystal Ores by the end of our training, and we'll have like 1700 compared to the 1800 Power Crystal Ores we have. That's pretty good. I might be able to have like 200 Chaos Crystals now. Swimming is so slow with no TP. It's very difficult. The only reason I liked doing gobbies like back in the day was because I have teleport to correct for... I hate the swimming mechanics. It's always difficult for me. And I have the teleport to correct for my, you know, overcompensate my jump or whatever. But teleport is really important. Do you know how long the test server is going to be before the 4th job test? I don't, but if I recall the duration of the test server in 3rd job, I want to say it was around like 2 weeks. I might be way off base, but I'm going off my fast recollection. And I feel like it was about 2 weeks, but 4th job does feel like a little bit more complicated of an implementation than 3rd job was. I don't know if we'll need longer, but... I even remember back on the test server for the 3rd job, there was a fucking DK that was just botting the whole time. Who even on inflated rates just like got straight to 170 from like 70. It's kind of funny. Primo, how's it going? I'm from Australia. In Asia, there's so many bots. Really? I kind of thought that the botting situation... Like, in NA, I have not seen a single bot in, like, weeks and weeks and weeks. Like, maybe even months. Like, it's that good in NA. But I obviously haven't played in the Asia server. And we don't have that much of a moderation presence. But we do have the lie detector, which hopefully is, like, thwarting some of the bots, but Nam, that's not your experience. Like, you still see a lot of botters in Asia. That's kind of sad, but I know it's like as good as it's been in terms of, you know, botting. It's much less of a factor in your map, and if you don't answer them, they will report you. What? They will report you? What city am I in? I'm in Melbourne. You're 100% confident there's tons that are still just macroing while alt-tabbed? Well, if they're alt-tabbed, they're not watching... Oh, do you mean they're still watching their screen or something and hitting the LD when when it pops up on the other screen? Yeah, I think the only, like, counter to that... There's not really a counter to that, because, like, I have lie detector privileges, but obviously in that scenario. The GM police, the Chinese guys... I mean, that would be where to focus all your attention, you know? There's no botting issues in NA. Like, NA's been really good. But yeah, there's no counter to that, unfortunately, Taja. Like, if someone just plays like that, they have a system here, and I'm wondering, like if this has ever been used for anything. But the record player actions is really interesting. Target no longer available. If I use this on myself, and it's loading my actions, this is how, in theory, and by the way, like, Baotai would never have the time to, like, identify botters in this way. But that's how, in theory, you could see, you know, consistent patterns in the action. So if I stop record now and see what this looks like, it just tells me all of my movements. And if you see any pattern in this, so it's got a gajillion movements, right? But if you see any pattern in this, you could easily identify that someone's botting. But I don't know, like, I saw this feature come in at some point. Probably for trusted users like myself, but like, I don't know how constructive it's been for like busting anyone, but like, that's the only way to counter someone that Taja is describing that like is macroing but is still watching their screen and can come back and answer lie detectors. It is what it is. It's not a perfect system, but you know, it's the best we can do with a one-man team. You see in FM, people spamming skills, so I assume it's bots. Well, that's 100% going to be bots. Yeah. I just clip your botting through Twitch clips. I mean, that works, I guess. 3,000, 30% scrolls? It wasn't 3,000, it was 300. Did you misread that? Relax. Relax, man. It's 300. This is my scroll count again. 300. The Chinese DM police report you for ridiculous things. That's why when someone comes to my map, I get nervous. Interesting. I don't know who they are, but yeah, that kind of sounds like the aggressive culture that like Chinese, you know, GMs in the Asia server would need to take if botting is like so prevalent in the server. It's like this, I think you're describing like some zero tolerance, you know, attitude towards it, and that it's kind of like guilty until proven innocent. That's what I think it is. What was the last song name? I'll find it for you, Eric, no worries. That was one of the Drift City soundtracks, and it's called Racing Number 4. City soundtrack. Racing 4. Yeah, that was the last song. Thank you, it was a banger? Yeah, I know. I really need like good grind music to help me grind. What car did I drive in Drift City? Fuck, I can't remember. Like, remembering based on the car is kind of insane to me. Yeah. It was so long ago, man. Dude, the game is what, like 15 years old or something? Nah, even longer, even older. You remember? That's bizarre. Part of me like wishes that I recorded some more of my, you know, childhood gaming activities so I could like always reminisce on it. I've been gaming for a very long time, arguably too much, but there's so many like fond childhood memories that I'll just always struggle to remember because we didn't really have the ability to record all that stuff back then. What do you spend miso on after getting all the stuff from gacha vouchers? I don't spend miso on anything except for gacha, and I wouldn't even be spending it if I wasn't a streamer, so I'm only doing it for pure entertainment. I would honestly be saving because I'm like satisfied with my gear, but I'm chasing the wand upgrade like just for, you know, entertainment and the thrill. Vouchers I don't think are a good investment. It is like, if you're buying a 30%, you know, overall scroll for instance, any like 1500 scroll voucher costing scroll, it's 37.5 million. You can't possibly sustain, like 3 billion is 80 scrolls, something like that. And it's just an absurd, like it's just really expensive. It feels like such a bad use of miso, but at the same time, there's nothing else to spend miso on. Now I answered that, I took a long time to answer that. I realized yes, I did play Guns the Jewel. I really liked it, and I genuinely thought that I was like relatively decent at the game compared to your average player. However, I was dealing with really high ping because I'm in Australia and there's no other servers. So, am I a butterfly? I can definitely butterfly. I don't know how many styles there were. I think the standard K style, I was definitely proficient at that. So, I think I could like, I probably could only double butterfly. I don't think I could triple butterfly, but maybe in my peak I was good enough to triple. I'm not sure. But I was never really good with the melee as much as I was with the shotguns. So, I didn't really try to like beat everyone down melee only. Even though like that's what all the Giga Pros were doing in that game. And yeah, it's pretty cool that they are bringing back the game, even though someone mentioned this earlier, but it doesn't have American servers like the beta that for the relaunch of Guns the Jewel. So hopefully when that comes, it's going to be a little better, but until then, yeah. But that game has a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people. If not vouchers, then save for what? It's an excellent question, Nam, that I don't have an answer to. It's rhetorical, but like, there's nothing else for me to spend on. I don't really need... I have enough scroll vouchers to where like I don't think I need miso for it. I would probably just all in on Gachapon, get as many earrings as possible and try to upgrade my earrings, but like, I shouldn't do that because my earrings are already really good. So like, there's just nothing I want to spend on when I think that, you know, there's obviously going to be other Gachapon that comes in the game, there'll be other miso sinks that are going to be valuable. Saving miso feels like a good strategy for me for now. I don't have another answer aside from that, unfortunately. Like, it feels like I gotta save. 6, 3, 6, fuck. Alright, whatever. Guns characters back then, though. I mean... what about the characters are you referring to? Like, they were sexy? Is that what you're going with? Like the costumes? I feel like that's what you're going with. Oh, Jesus, I'm getting some nasty glare. I'm gonna lower the blinds a little bit. But I have to do it at a point where I've just killed a cycle of sharks so that I minimize my downtime by like 2 seconds. You're streaming your full-time career? No, definitely not. Now! Alright, perfect. 0 mobs lost. Oh, fuck. Alright, 0 mobs lost, I think. No, I mean, streaming is never gonna pay the bills. You gotta be realistic. I think it's like 1K to even be, you know, monetized on YouTube with like ads and stuff. I don't even have ads running. Not big enough for that. Move a second chair a bit towards the window. Yeah, that's a great strategy. Ooh, ooh, damn. Damn, that was 300 IQ. Alright, ball check 1623, not bad at all, not bad at all. I really did want a boss today, but no one happened to be available. Very unfortunate. I'm still sitting on these, you know, base boring rings. Any tips on farming cheap Kents as fast as possible? I mean, not really, because it's difficult, because it's just based on channel availability. And if you're in the Asia server, it's even more difficult for you, because I would imagine the bossing is so much more competitive. I don't know what tips I can give in that case, because I don't know how bad it is for you already. Like, I could already farm chiefs if I want, and I probably should be. You know what, let's check in. Let's check in and see like if there's anything available. I should be checking this every 10 minutes on my channel until I get the belt, basically. 3 minutes? Fuck. Alright, well that's okay because my backup option is to like kill Manon. And that's fine too, like, as long as you have a plan. But yeah, I really don't know what to say to that, you know? It's difficult sometimes. If the channels are all full or like there's a lot of people farming chiefs, you can't really do anything, right? Alright, well I'm stuck for a little bit because I can't use my tele rock immediately. Another 19 seconds, god damn. I got belts here, I don't have any belts, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been farming chief for a long time and I have no belts. Alright, we should be able to go now. Nope. We're back. I guess I can go... Alright, we'll go to Chiefs in like 2 minutes. I think you're the only 200 plus that has no Volten Ring. You're not making me feel any better. I've been trying. How would you tell your belt? I'm definitely gonna go for the 30. Like, I'm not, I understand, even if I, you know, don't have a belt already. The alternative is just to like wait, you know, do a 60 first. Of course I'm gonna do a 30, yeah. I haven't even had the chance. You don't get 200 plus, wasting time bossing. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. but I want it now. I don't want to. Like 3-stat is a lot, whereas the pianist rings, there's not as much value in them because it's only 1 ring each, and that would take a lot longer than the belt probably would. I'm not sure about that actually. I'm not sure. Alright, it's probably been long enough where I can go there. You mean Shamana leveled his permanent beginner to 100? I don't know what compelled him to do it. I respect it. I could never do it. I like Shamana, obviously. I just don't know what goes on in his brain. I wouldn't call that waste of time. I would like, it's all subjective, you know. He definitely wouldn't call it that. I'm not gonna say that he did, but once again, I could just never do it myself, you know. Alright, I think we've definitely... Oh, hello. Oh, it's Rapid Stars. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, he's got company. Alright, I better hold my DPS. One day I'll get that on stream. One day. Alright, and then we go to Griffey when we know that Manon's down, but we still have a little bit of time before our teleport rock comes up. So this is the rotation. What's up, bitch? CCing is CCing is so slow here. How to do it quicker? There's nothing you can do except to preload it. I'm pretty sure there was a change about... I'm pretty sure the update that just went through today was something to do with the channel loading speed, because every time someone generates a channel list, it like, you know, it utilizes resources from MapleStory Worlds. So I'm pretty sure, I can't recall what the exact change was, but I know that the update like related to that. There's nothing you can do except to just like bring up the inventory before you need a CC, you know, let it load in advance. Did you see Outlaw's 4th job edition with crit? Do you think SE is still needed? I mean, you can never go wrong with SE. I don't know what the exact value of the crit, like, stimulant, I guess we can call it. I don't know what the exact value was. Does that get you to 100 crit? I don't think so, right? So you would surely still need Sharp Eyes. Like, you would benefit even more with Sharp Eyes. I think the returns are, like, exponentially better with characters that already have crit built into their kit. SE is guaranteed. Dice 7 is a random chance. Thanks, Frenchie. Yeah. Oh, you mean... I see. Sorry. You were referring to the dice, not the ability that gives you, like, additional attack speed. That was what I was thinking of. My bad. SE is Sharp Eyes Denman. But, yeah, so... Are we saying if we have Dice 7 we don't need Sharp Eyes? Or they scale off each other? I'm not sure, but I have to imagine that having both would be good. Outlaw 4th was rough, stuck with Flamethrower. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of skills though. Like, are we actually just going to be Flamethrower grinding? I'm not sure on a RuneScape, but that remains to be seen until we actually get our hands on the test server. I hope it's not as bad as that. Obviously, I have an Outlaw myself, it's 180, and I want to get it to 200. Does SE and Dice stack? That's an excellent question that I don't know if anyone has the answer for. I'm sure they will stack. I would assume they would stack. Everything in this game has usually been stacking. Like, the rare exceptions is like focus and you know, a sniper potion, a pill or something. Like, generally speaking, everything in this game is stacked. No point to compare them. Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, obviously Outlaw didn't look as exciting as all the other classes, but I'm optimistic. I don't need it to be flashy, I just want it to be effective. Alright, let's check out crystal count again. We're looking good. 16, 50, alright, cool. Probably get to 17. Is this another Flyth BGM? It most certainly is. It's mixed between Flyth, Drift City, and Persona. And I'll probably add a few more games, soundtracks in there as it gets a little repetitive over time. So it's always nice to add to the playlist that I've cultivated to not land me in any trouble with any fucking copyright. So that's the main incentive, otherwise I'd just be playing my own music. I think they were too focused on the boat animation instead of the gameplay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, like, some skills being locked behind the boat. Yeah, maybe there was an over-fixation on it, I'm not sure, but it kind of feels bad for abilities you can't use in the boat. And then, like, it's like, it like divides the class between boat and non-boat abilities. So, it's not like you're toggling in and out of the boat frequently, right? Like, that can't be the gameplay we're expecting. A lot of Lateil BGMs are super flight coded, if that's what you're into. Yeah, I'm definitely into that. I'll check it out. Like, I never played the game, but I don't need to play games to appreciate the soundtrack. Like, Final Fantasy is one of them. It's got, you know, obviously a lot of amazing tracks for versions of Final Fantasy that I never played. If Gabioda did 8 or 12 mobs, it would be usable. Yeah, 6 mobs on, like, an ability with such high range is very strange. It's very strange. Why is the range so high if it only hits 6? It's kind of... I'd almost rather it hit more mobs and have less damage, just so that the range was a little more practical. Are you playing... Classic? Ma'am? Classics. I'll be playing it, but I'm not enthusiastic about it. I still think my heart is going to remain in Chronostory long term. Can we add the Stardew Valley BGM? Well, that I've never heard of. I don't mind as long as it's not a little too, like... Stardew Valley is a very, like, cutesy, you know, low-tempo game, right? So I don't know if the soundtrack matches the vibe, but I'll listen to it just to give it a go. I can't make that determination without hearing it. You think I'd super dig the Elias BGM? Let me write some of these things down, honestly, because I won't remember. I will remember Lateil, but I haven't heard of Elias. Anything else I missed? I don't think so. Bruh, are they adding another test for Classic that's gonna come out in 2027? I think it literally will at this point. And I think it's better that the community knows that rather than speculates that it's going to be earlier. Oh, Elias is a city in Lateil. Okay, it's not something else you're telling me to check out. I gotcha. But yes, I know people are, you know, I'm going to turn the light on. It's getting a little dark here, I guess. I know people are down about Classic, you know, like, needing another test and not coming out for such a long time. However, I'm not on the Asia server, I'm on the NA server. That's why I don't get to experience anything that you experience, Nam. Yeah, we got very different perspectives of the game in terms of, like, botting and other stuff. But I lost my train of thought on Classic, but it is demoralizing. But I think it's important that we know, you know, that transparency is really important. You don't want people to, like, you know, suck on the copium and think it's coming out sooner than it is. You only liked Flife because of its flying, reminded you of Eureka 7. The flying aspect of Flife was so insignificant though. The game is called Flying for Fun, and the flying part is, like, so basic. I don't know, it's just funny, I guess. Alright, how much longer are we gonna go? I mean... It would probably take another 20 minutes to get my Dex crystals all the way up to, like, 1806 to match my power crystals. I'll stop in, you know, I'll stop at 1700. That feels about right. Yo, Next, how's it going, man? Who is this funky creature that has inhabited the stream? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's a glasses diff here. Should we expect Flamethrower flying on the boat with Flamethrower at 4th job? Oh, expect flying on a boat with Flamethrower. I don't think so, but I don't know for sure, but my guess would be no. Surely that's not going to work like that. At this point, I don't see a lot of a point of Classic when all these servers are better than Classic. Yeah, touche, Frenchie. I think everyone just wants to, like, play the official version for the sake of it being the official version, but I certainly don't think that they want to play it because they think it's going to be better. They just want to play it because it's official, you know? I don't think anyone thinks it's better than a lot of these old school, you know, MSW Classic servers. Chrono's official? I understand, sorry, but, like, Yeah, I don't mean official in the literal sense, but you know what I mean when I say that. You can call me on the technicality, but we gotta call it what we can call it. What's the point of the boat again? It just has some skills that are unique to the boat, but none of them look overly impressive. Like one of them is like a single target DPS. The other one is like a long range AoE that's in a line, right? And maybe there's something else that I'm missing, but I'm not too sure. Boom time is coming up. I'm gonna get 7 more Dex Crystals and then I'll move on. Just precisely 7 more for whatever reason. Just to like make it a nice round number of 1700. Could you imagine if fucking dragon weapons come out and I've done all this investment in the Unwelcome Wand? I don't even want to think about it. I'm never going to mention it again. Sadly, people are going to play it for nostalgia, quit by level 50, and all that we left will be a handful of sweats will grind for months to get 100. I genuinely think that's how it's going to go, you know? Like, this isn't 20 years ago now. We all are, you know, in our 30s or late 20s, and we all have, like, responsibilities, and we can't grind the game religiously. There will still be sweats, obviously, but I think the casual player base will, like, diminish a lot more. And it's one of the reasons why I think Chronostory is so good, is that it is a lot more casual friendly. It's really accelerated with the item rate, drop rate, and, you know, really good ways of getting through the early game with 999 quests, and I can go on and on about the reasons, but it's a lot more casual friendly. It's a great player experience, and people can come in and out of the game, as I've seen many of my friends do, and still have a really good time. When do you believe trading between accounts will be available? I don't think we're ever going to get that again in Chronostory, to be honest. It's too difficult to regulate, and there's not a big enough team to actually manage trading like that. And I think everyone's made their peace with the game being the way it is. Just because, you know, all of the systems that are like reboot specific, like the scroll exchange is a really good system. People have like come to you know, fully adopt it. It's casual, not OP for drops in experience, but it respects your time. Yeah, precisely. Well put. Alright, I think that's it. So we've done with our grind here. Let's bring it back to the FM, and how much gachapon do I want to do? I said I'm in saving mode, and I am. I'm gonna do like 210. I'm gonna do like 300. 300 is an amount where like I can still earn. So like I'll do 210 on gachapon tickets to get me to 300. I can still earn on this, you know. I want to get back to 10 bill at some point, so I can't over-invest in this. Would you vote next? What would you vote next on the roadmap after 4th? Well, let me have a quick look at the roadmap, and I'm looking at it literally now. What do I want next? So we're obviously getting 4th drop and then Dragon Canyon. Get revamped Florida Beach, revamped Helios Tower, the fuck out of here. No one gives a fuck about them, respectfully. We just need bosses after that, so Nancy Gray, that's like absolutely the direction the game needs to go afterwards, in my opinion. It's not even close. It's not even a decision. Alright, so we're pretty much set here. Let me just check my inventory for anything worth holding. Nothing here. And we'll go to our storage. You still want Zack over Dragon Canyon? I heard you, Frenchie, today. I don't think you got anyone agreeing with you in chat, but we just let you talk anyway, bro. No one fucking agrees with you. But I obviously respect your opinion, so I'ma let you, you know, you're on your own with that one. Bruh, come on. We're in 3rd job right now, you know, like... Okay, yes, I want a boss that's gonna put me in my place, absolutely. I want, like, higher difficulty in the game. But I still want 4th job first more. Like, I do absolutely want both those things, but make us do the jump quest? Oh, damn, that would be fun. Alright, so we're good to go here. I'm gonna start with the gachapon. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So... I'll smeg it and then we'll get started. Let's go to the silo. My Sharks map is available! Shark map? No, actually, I should be smeggering about my degen time. I'm not... Someone can find this map themselves. It's okay. Here we go. Doggy Canyon. Oh my god, you found someone who agree with you. That's crazy. Zetsumaru, how's it going? Good to see you, good to see you. Alright. Degen time. Or degens assemble. See, I have someone. You do have someone. Okay, you found one person to agree with you. Congrats. Alright, here we go. So, I did not get lucky with the last 300, but let's see if this 300 is any better. we don't really have too many expectations. Like, it's always just to, you know, put a little bit of dopamine in, get some chaos crystals if anything, and if we get an earring, we get an earring, you know? Last time I got an earring, I got so fucking close. I'll just recap for anyone that wasn't there. My current earrings are 40 total stat, and I got so fucking close to getting a 44. We failed the last 60 that would have got us to 44. I passed 3 30s in a row, and then a 60 on earrings, and I failed the last 60. I was distraught. But an upgrade like that is always in the horizon. Do I know someone called Dino Fries? Of course. We all know Dino Fries, and Dino Fries got me into Chronostory because I didn't know it existed before he streamed it. So I have Dino to thank for it. You need your Zac Helm for your strength build. So you're asking for it out of selfish reasons. We all know you have self-interest in mind. Okay, you just exposed yourself, Frenchie. Well, duh. Okay. Not hiding that, are we? Never mind. Have you heard of the drama surrounding him? I have. Yes. I don't know what he was streaming, but I obviously heard all the other context around it. I'm not a drama peddler, but I'm happy to at least repeat it. I don't really have any opinions on it, but I'm happy to discuss it. But yeah, he had to private his VOD. I don't know what he was streaming on that VOD. That's the only piece of missing information that I have. But I saw there was a Nexon announcement that was indirectly addressed at him, saying that, you know, they don't disclose private information about the game to, you know, third parties or other content creators or things like that. So they kind of, I'm not sure if chastise is the word, but kind of did chastise him publicly on their, you know, Discord announcements, which is wild. I don't know what the circumstance surrounding it was, but I know the drama exists. I don't know what he was streaming. So if anyone knows, I mean, I'm curious, but... But Dino's the kind of guy, God bless him, that like, he just seems to manifest drama around him. I'm you know, a casual, no-nonsense kind of guy. I don't think that's ever going to be the case with me. You really want some overtuned Zac for some good party bossing as well. I just want to increase the difficulty of this game, you know? It's still on easy mode. I want to set the difficulty all the way up to expert, and then see how we go. Alright, no love on the first inventory worth, but that's okay. 104 to go, that's not many. Alright. La 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 la. I never expect anything from Gouch. I'm just clicking buttons at this point. It's fine. 6 shades. Thank you, Mr. Daily CSGO clips. These are my regular prescripted glasses with a little bit of tint in them. So like, they're not really sunglasses because I would acknowledge it would be douchey of myself to wear sunglasses, you know, inside on my own stream. These are, I promise, these are prescripted glasses with a little bit of tint. That's all it is. No, they're not shades. They're not shades. So super petty. You are petty. They're not. Dinofights has a history of drama. I mean, he's had disagreements with other streamers, which I only know as a fellow consumer of his stream. I don't, again, you know, I am no nonsense, no drama. I don't know the full extent of it, but yeah, he just seems to always, you know, have something going on. Basically, he was sent leaked classic changes from a dev or something, and he was pushing the narrative that it was real. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, and that was part of his stream, and that's why he was kind of like forced to take it down. Oh wow. Not douchey. Some of us have some blue eyes, man. We need tint. Lol. I wear sunglasses inside sometimes. I'm glad you understand, Frenchie, but I think the prevailing opinion is, you know, sunglasses inside equals douche. That's certainly my default thinking, even though I'm now, you know, part of the club. All right, we're gonna craft all of our chaos crystals before we return. Do not go. I don't got no blue eyes. No, no. Imagine looking like a dick with glasses on. What the fuck? I'm getting abused in chat. What the hell? All right. Wait, is he referring to me? I hope not. Anyway, that one stung. All right, let's get these crystals out of here. So I can craft 5 dex crystals. Didn't you see this mega? No, I missed it. I missed it. Love you, Donnie, but your glasses make you look like a dick. This man, is never getting Magic Crash again. No Magic Crash for you. Obviously, we all know Olga as the one who is spamming Smegas, asking for Magic Crash every time. Well, it's not gonna come from me anymore, buddy. No, just kidding, it still will. I never got it to begin with. You can still have it, it's fine. Alright, let's continue with the crystal crafting. I'm gonna do 12 in crystals here. Snap. I have my reasons, I don't do it for style. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. Smega isn't wrong. You def go from nice guy to steal your girl Dani real quick with the glasses. I don't think I have the capability of stealing anyone's girl. Not when I open my mouth, at least. Alright, let me finish. You guys are fucking distracting the shit out of me. Let me finish crafting. How many do I even need, man? I'm so flustered. 165 in terms of crystal... No, sorry. Chaos crystal ores. 165. Sunglasses indoors at night is mad work, mate. It's not sunglasses. Alright, I'll just take it. I can take it. Good luck on the scrolling. Thank you very much, Shoni. I appreciate it. You guys don't ever feel like the lights are too much sometimes and you just like want to dim things? Maybe. Alright, we're ready to go, so we're gonna make 20. Yeah, we can do 20. I've got over 200 Chaos Crystals today, so I can definitely do 20 ones. I was still considering whether or not I want to make the staff, but like... It's only a 7 TMA difference. It's not game-breaking. Why am I so damn cute? Don't make me blush, Rico Suave. Yeah, we dim the lights, not wear shades. They're not... Oh, fuck. I can't contain. They're prescripted. It's alright, I can take it. Need the sunglasses because our futures are too bright. So wholesome, Shawnee. You're so wholesome. Alright, we got 20 to go. Let's move straight into the rerolls. That's my boy, show that beautiful smile to the world. I don't know what to say anymore. Let's go straight into this. Our requirements on the reroll, once again to reiterate, is a combined int and magic attack of 131. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Let me bump the sound. Oh, it is all the way up. All good. $136. Great way to start. Fantastic. He's blushing. A little bit. 133. Nice. We had a really terrible time rerolling and an even worse time scrolling last time. What total stat for the bow? I'll tell you really quickly. Striking Fury, in the sense that I'll just quickly hover my Bowman's bow, which is decent. It's 430% and only 160%, but it's still good. So that's at 125. And I can't recall what the base is. I think it's 97? 97 with a max of 102, but I can't recall exactly. So that's my Bowman's bow. Alrighty. Back to the rerolling. $130, it's not enough. This one's taking a while. Oh my god, the purple is garbage. Okay, 133, that took a while, but it's okay. 132, nice. Oh, you meant clean? I think it's 97 clean and 102 max. But you can confirm that on chronostorydex.com, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So I swapped characters to my Bowman for no reason. Oh well. Oh, that was 131. I skipped it because it was like grey or some shit. Oh well, we got rewarded with the 137. It's fine. 8.9 bill Dani going broke. Yep, we're as poor as we've ever been. The stocks are plummeting. It's all relative, right? Yikes, not looking good. Man, it's taking a lot of Chaos Crystals. Boom, boom, indeed. Identified, hello. Oh god, okay, 132 finally. It's taking a long ass time to get through these. Is this Chronostory? It most certainly is, Logos. Weren't you the one that asked me last time as well? They should release Chaos Scrolls because the amount of miso you got is insane. It is insane. I don't really think I like Chaos Scrolls being in the game just because it changes the theoretical maximum on all the equipment to where like you pretty much have to use Chaos Scrolls for everything. However, I agree with you that there should be other miso sinks in the game. Dani never loses. I most certainly do. Fluid. I gotta go a bit slower. I feel like I'm about to skip a really good one. But my god, this is not going good on the Chaos Crystal side. 133. I'm getting some good rolls, but like, it used a lot of Chaos Crystals. I'm definitely under average so far. 1% CSS, 5 mil. Not a huge fan of the clean slate scrolls myself, but I don't know. Maybe down the line I could be convinced. Chaos Scrolls are lame. They take the fun away from 30s. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, but I understand that people just want to spice the game up sometimes. Alright, we're getting fucked here. I can't roll to save my life. Yikes. 130, not enough. Maybe I should be settling for 130, but nope. 134, good. Do you have the way Togain scrolls? What is the way that Togain scrolls, Brentran? Get rid of the boom on 30% scrolls because Dark Scrolls aren't designed for Iron Man Maple. It's an interesting perspective. Rancheve, it just goes against the way the game is operated in its entirety, you know? Oh, do you hate the way Togain scrolls? I can't remember the way Togain scrolls, to be honest. How does he scroll? What does he do? Everyone has their own system, you know? Scrolling can be really painful. He sends it all. Even after 3,000. Oh my god, no, please no. Please, no, 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 no. You need to know when to call it. You need to know. Who cares about boom when your goal is +7? Yeah, that's the spirit. That's actually, Tasia, for me, that's the spirit. 134, nice. Take the boom away, may as well take our childhood nostalgia away. Yeah, that would be an unpopular opinion to take the boom away, but I respect all opinions here, you know, as you guys know. I skipped 131 again, I'm trolling. That's on me. I've done that twice now. But it doesn't appear to punish me too much. I'm getting rewarded. He just YOLOs and throws all. That's so bad though, but like... Look, Togain is not a sweaty gamer. He is an entertainment kind of gamer. I'm not going to criticize him for playing the way he wants to play. Except I will, because that's not the way you should play. 131 bruh. I know. I've been skipping a few. Do you scroll your worst first or best first? I try not to fixate on that. I just pyramid scroll, I scroll everything once, reevaluate, and go from there. Dani never gets punished. I kinda do. Oh! What is wrong with me? God, oh my god. Stop! Stop skipping! Slowly, slowly. Oh my god. This is my own fault, I have no one else to blame. 134? But I'm using a lot of Chaos Crystals. I got 54 left. I maybe can get through it. Alright, let's read all your fucking comments. You guys are bombarding me here. Whole dynamic of the game changes without trade. It really does, but I think the systems that have been introduced have been really positive for the reboot kind of structure, and we've all kind of made peace with it. But I understand, you know, it might feel a little unnatural to someone that, like, you know, doesn't play non-trade service. Togain got 2 earrings so easily, and I'm still on 1,000 gouch. I'm pretty sure he settled for like a 6-4 earring for like strength decks or whatever he was looking for. I'm like, please, just take a little bit more time, Togain. We all love you, man. We just want the best for you. Just re-roll your earrings a little bit more. Get that stat up, my man. Dani got that finance bro mentality. He would never top off a 0 out of 3-1. I wouldn't even top off a 0 out of 1-1. You pulled a last unwelcome earring today. Congratulations, Africa. That's awesome. Togain can't be tamed. Yeah, I suppose not. He's not gonna give a fuck what I think. 127. 131. Alright, I'm not skipping that. Hello? Oh no. I'm settling for 130 one time, just because like I'm really depleting my chaos crystals, and I want to get through all of them. So 130 is now the bar. 132, nice, nice, nice. If I have enough, I'll come back to it. You're like 1,500 tickets in, Ruck, deep, and no earrings still. It's unlucky, but you have to acknowledge it's like 1 in 960 to get it at all. So like 1,500 is not enough of a sample size to be like so outraged about not getting it. You didn't scroll it, you were gonna copy you and 30 it. Oh damn, Africa, my man, all right. Feeling 430s today, we'll see, woo. Hopefully. Took you 200,000 gach. I'm not reading that right. You literally said 200,000 gach to get your pack and you're already so deep in earring grind, it's annoying. All right, well somewhere there that number did not check out, but let me just finish this. I'm getting a little distracted, but I like the distractions, thank you guys. It's only worth mages, only 1 extra stat for us. What's only worth for the mages? What did Africa say? Oh, the 30s, yeah. 130, I could have settled, but it's fine. 131, okay, and we got one more. I don't know how many chaos crystals I have left. It's a high number to make a point. Okay, sure. Your point has been made. Anvil when I hate the alien weapon look. Yeah, Anvil would be nice. You switched to YouTube if you questioned. I didn't question it, I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. You guys are like really bombarding me today, which I appreciate, and I do my best to not miss a comment, so yeah, I hope you guys can appreciate that. Alright, we're almost done. 132, nice. Do I have any left? I have 9 left. I'm gonna take the 130 and I'm gonna fix it up. We're gonna finish strong. 133, boom, perfect. All right, we got through 20. I had like 230 crystals, so, or 220, I'm not sure, but like, we were a little under average on the rolling, but it's fine. We got through everything, so that's good. Nice. 6x4 attack pack, pretty mid. It's okay, it's okay. better than 2 decks, yes. Sorry, I don't speak mage. Alright, I think we have like a couple of really small things to do on our pirate and on our bowman. I'm gonna quickly scroll those first before we get into the mage. Why won't Kay talk to me? Am I too low level or is it something personal? It's both, it's both. You might smell of caffeine, I'm not sure. You may not have done her prerequisite quests. That will be your level 90 reverse engineering quests and the level 100 like boarding the mothership quests. Looking dapper with the shades inside, good luck with the scrolling. Thank you, they're not shades. Thank you. Tasia, thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate it. Okay, what do we have here? Nothing, just 2 shoes. I've been going for the shoe upgrade for a long time. You guys have been watching me. My requirements are low. I'm only looking for the denial is crazy. I'll keep denying it forever. The requirements are pretty low. It's literally just 330s that I need to pass, like all up. So it should be very manageable. I'm gonna buy another like 3 and see how we go, but 3 out of 530s is very realistic. Right, Bolden? Right. Exactly. So let's run it. Good start. I'm feeling the waves of the universe and channeling the energy, and I feel like switching to this shoe might be the way to go. Yep, I read into that. That was 5 head gameplay. Now, we come back to this one, and this one should go really nicely. I knew it. So this is like perfect anticipation of the realm of the universe and the neurological brainwaves. Oh, but it's okay, we still got 2 slots, and we only need 1 more, and then I'm done. Aha! Aha! Okay, that's a sufficient shoe. Yes, part of me is so considering 30ing it. No, I'm not gonna be persuaded, okay? I've done it too many times. Where the fuck is my shoe jump? And just do it now so I don't need to read any more comments about 30ing it. I don't want to hear it, I don't want to read it. I don't want to know, man. I surely have a 8 no shot. This is not my main, this is my ult, so I don't really care about it. Alright, we're 1 and done. Bye-bye. Good. Alright. 60's gonna fail. Now you guys are hate watching me. That's not cool. We have a really nice upgrade, okay? These ones can finally go. They suck. 22 is solid, okay? I don't need anything more than this. It's my bowman. I don't even know if I want to play this fucking class later. Alright? So, let's move on now to... Hey, we got an upgrade today. That's a good start. The pirate. I don't really think I have anything on the pirate. Oh, I have 1 overall, that's 28 stat. Alright, I mean, 55 is the number to beat, and that's pretty hard, but It's my outlaw, which I like a little bit more than my bowman, so I'll give it a little bit of love. I think we're only gonna need like 2 to brick it, but oops, not 60%, my bad. Overall, strength 32, boom, boom, boom. What? Where is it? It's up here. Here we go. Why are you saving Thief Ground on 3-slot max server? Man, you're so facetious, Super Petty. You are petty, man. You are so petty. Who knows what's gonna happen down the line, you know? 22 stats, fine? Sure. Here we go. Alright, bye-bye. I'm not wasting another thing on this shit. Oops. I unlocked my main one. Let's do that. Unlock this. Who knows what's gonna happen down the line, okay? Am I wrong for saving this? I don't know, but you know. It was a valid question, don't worry, I don't feel attacked, it's fine. How many 30s were successful on your new glasses IRL? They're looking so good. Now I don't know if I'm getting ridiculed or complimented. Alright, we're back on our main now. Togame would have tossed 5 more 30s on that overall, yeah, probably. Togain shade, that's crazy. Alright, so we are going to be pyramid scrolling. How do you level up fast? I don't want to be like too sarcastic, but you just play a lot. Okay, starting as level 8, then we can give you some more genuine tips. But I've got a whole guide on there that I'd rather defer you to because the level like 1 to 43 route is pretty much the same for all classes. Like the first thing you want to do when you get to Victoria Island is to do the unique snail quest, and that will get you like, you might need to be a level 11 to be able to hit Mano, which the quest requires. But everything follows that structure. So like, rather than explain it, I'm just going to defer you to my guide. I know it's a little, you know, odd of me, but it is what it is. You press your keyboard, you start it, yeah. All right, here we go. So, let me make sure I have all the scrolls that I need. I need a lot. Where are my wand scrolls? Here, okay. I'm going to need a lot more than 9. Let's go for like 50. 50 ball. That's kind of a lot. Let's go for 40. Alright, we're gonna one-tap everything and see where we end up. It went abysmally last time, but past performance is not an indication of future performance, right guys? Start with this juicy 136er. Let me bring my good one all the way down here, and my evil wings down here. Wow, buying 40 at a time. I wish I can ball like that. Damn right you can't. I got the shades, I got the scrolls. What do you got? You got nothing. How many scrolling? I never catch you live, but I did now. Nice. Yeah, Cooper, good to see you, man. Thanks for commenting on my YouTube streams from time to time. I'm doing 20 ones, and that'll be the most I can do today. Here we go. Fuck. My favorite wand. It's not sounding good. Oh my god, it's not sounding good at all. I don't stop, I don't think, I just need to get through it all because I'm getting emotional already. Okay, yeah, that sounded good. I just can't stop and think and complain, I just have to get through it all. Oh my fucking god. No. Dude, okay. Heavens. Alright. I feel like that's 5. 6 would be decent. Oh my god, I've seen your streams. Yoy. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, that was a shitty one, but it's better than nothing. Where's my last one? Here. Last one is here. I'm naked, don't mind me, it's the robe. Alright, buddy. Alright, that did not go that well. I think it was 6 out of 20, which is not abysmal, but it's not great. No way, bro has transitionals. they're not transitionals. It's just a bit of tint. I got to 70k score vouchers today, and I thought I had a good amount. You do have a good amount, okay? Be objective. What are you gonna do? I don't want to relate to myself in this scenario as the billionaire, but are you gonna look at Elon Musk and be like, man, I thought I had wealth. This guy has wealth. Like, just be happy. Just be happy. You're doing well. The shade persona is aura. Okay, where are all my good ones? So I'll bring the shit ones down here, and then I'll lock all the good ones. So we got 3, 4, oops, did not mean to equip that. 5, okay, 6, We got 6 out of 20, which is not abysmal, but it's not great. And I think all of them were like the bad ones. They're all blue. None of them are purple right now. So I'm pretty sure they were all like my minimum requirements kind of ones. 6 is decent. It's 6 out of 20 is exactly 30%. Is it exactly? It is exactly. Sorry, no shit, it's exactly. All right, well, I guess I can't complain, but deep down I always wanted more. You are also naked. I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. Yeah, this is an interesting fit. I don't know. Rate that outfit. Alright, let's go with the next 6. I'd love to have at least 2 survive, but like, can we do better than that one time? Can you transfer mesos from main to alt in your same account? You most certainly can, Benjamin. Why don't you pyramid upgrade, like go for 131 minimum and then progressively improve them to 132? That's not my definition of pyramid upgrade. Pyramid upgrade to me just means I scroll them en masse and then I scroll them all at once, 1 tap and then 2 tap, 3 tap, etc. I can't increase the base requirement, the requirement of the base gear that I'm going for, because the requirement is already very high and I only have so many chaos crystals. What outfit? That's a good one. No, you mean with the chaos crystals? Yeah, it's so difficult to farm them. Like, I'm barely able to farm 200 every like 2 days. And I'm trying to get enough to like entertain the stream with this scrolling. I can barely do 20 weapons a day. If I increase my requirement, yeah, I'm just saying if I increase the base requirement of the gear, I have to deplete a lot more chaos crystals for a lot less equipment. And at the end of the day, the scrolls do all the work. So like the chaos, the rerolling doesn't need to be perfect. So that's kind of why like 131 is my settling point. You fucking hustling to make gangbuster streams. Pretty much, man, pretty much. All right, let's go. No more delay. Fuck. Ah! Oh my god, not like this. Not like this! Okay, we got one, please. Okay, we got 2. All right. It's okay. So, let's put those 2 aside for now. That's these 2. And then these 3 that busted. Do I want to go further on any of them? 139, 140, 140. They're pretty low, but I'll give them another tap for brevity. Oh. Ah. Okay. And then this one here. Uh-huh. Alright. So I'm left with one that's 2 out of 3. We'll keep going on this. You're already insane for passing 130 magic attack. It's adequate. It's adequate. Have you ever done pyramid and had it hit 7 times in a row on 7 different items? Yes, French. I've had that. I think I had... What was my maximum? I feel like I've had like up to like 8. So I was gutted at that point. However, you know, the strategy giveth and it taketh away. We can't do much about that. Alright, so this one here, let's just like get it done before we come back to these perfect ones. This one's 2 out of 3 so far. It needs to do a lot better. What wand? It's gone. Okay. Let me see who's online, because as usual, when this wand dies, my stream dies. And yeah, I'll definitely be raiding Snecrosis today, so I'm gonna start to get that set up. Hello gamer. Ciantro, hello, how's it going? Alright, we're almost done here, 147. Oh my god, there's a huge difference in these 2. Look at this shit. They're both 2 out of 3 30s, and one of them is 5 magic attack higher. This one is so much better. Okay, we don't give a fuck about this, but this one we really care about. Donnie smash. I'm about to smash. I'm about to fucking smash. Okay, we're ready. I'm mentally prepared. I've been building for this moment for the last 1.5 hours. Get my raid ready. If it's 5 magic attack higher, was it min 136 clean? It's 152 now, correct. It was min 136 clean. It's the shades, they are bad luck. This is one stream, one sample size. Let's not jump to such crazy conclusions. Here is our last wand for the day. Do not raid me. What? Wait. Who said don't raid me? Is that Sneck's character? One sec. I think that's One sec. No, it's not. That's Zach. Alright, never mind. I get confused these characters too. All good, all good. Alright, here we go. This is the end. This is the end. Okay. Wait, let me cancel the raid. Let me cancel the raid. It's not over yet. I feel like last time I prematurely set up the raid and then it sent me away immediately. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's 3 in a row. Okay, it's 160 already. I'll reset up the raid again. Even if it fails and it doesn't break, it's still good. You know, we just want like 5 overall would still be an upgrade, but 6 would be a fucking huge upgrade. You should scroll a gray stat wand. Watch it go 7 out of 730s. I don't want to waste my luck on a gray stat wand. What are we talking about? Here we go! Please! Oh, no, it's still alive. Can we please get some run good one time? Ugh. Fuck! Oh yeah, Twitch is gone. I sent Twitch away. YouTube, that's it. Just for the sake of YouTube, I'm just gonna fucking boom it. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next time. It did most certainly blow up. I'll see you guys next time for some more disappointment. So until then, take it easy, and thank you as always for your company. So long.